Welcome, everybody. Our guest tonight is a multi-dimensional lifestyle coach, a fitness expert, a healer, a Tantra teacher, and founder of Star Tantra. She is a professional dancer and performer and has authored one book about her life journey to self-awareness. Welcome, Phaedra J. Star.
Hi, thank you, Alan. What a beautiful entrance. I am so happy to be here. This is our first endeavor together. And I've known you through Tantra and the mystical practices, and that has been our connection. And so this is why we're here today, right? Is to explore Tantra. Yes?
So, Phaedra, what is Tantra for you?
Tantra for me. Okay. Well, it's way more than sex. So let's say that right off the bat. Most people associate Tantra with sex. And while that's a pivotal point, that's a centerpiece to it, the actual the whole the juiciness of Tantra is love. First, it starts with self-love. So it's the discovery or the rediscovery of finding oneself, truly accepting, and that's work, right? So it's using the disciplines, and it is a discipline. Tantra is a discipline, but it's something that it's one of those disciplines that pays off all the time. You know, if you go to the gym, you'll go for weeks before you'll kind of see a result and you'll realize that things are going on. In Tantra, it could be the same day. You know, it's moments that fast. Energetically, it's so powerful. I mean, you just tap into ways to not just have orgasm, but you are taking that sexual energy and you are using it to heal the body. So it's so potent and powerful, you know, that we've been just dispelling it. This is the culture, the worldwide culture is that you orgasm, you ejaculate, you push all that out, and it drains you. It literally just pulls all of that life force out of you. And a man is instantly tired after he ejaculates. And so Tantra really teaches us to change the direction of our orgasm. Instead of holding it down in the bottom parts of the chakra, it's pulling that all the way up through the heart into the top and having these epic experiences. And talk about, you know, people go, oh, well, I want to come and have an ejaculate orgasm. And I'm going, dude, you have no idea how incredible this orgasm is. The fact is, you've just never experienced it. So you have no way to relate, right? So Tantra is really about that exploration into jumping into a space that's unknown, unfamiliar, but is so, it's our birthright, everyone's birthright, to feel absolute ecstasy, right? So Tantra is about building love from the inside out and connecting people in that love. And it might sound like new agey crazy, but this is the truth and the essence of who we are. We are love. That's it. We're always connecting, always searching, always in need of love for ourselves first, and then we desire to share it with someone else. So there you have it.
Beautiful. Phaedra, how does Tantra affect one's daily life, including money and relationships?
Well, Tantra impacts everything. This is the beauty of it. But people will find out the correlation really quick with relation to money. That's usually the first thing that happens because Tantra is about getting tuned in, turned on, not like turned on the way that we usually think about getting turned on by something, but turned on from the inside out, which is very different than what most people would think. Okay. So turned on from the inside out looks like feeling blissful, being in gratitude, having a juicy, yummy vibe about you, feeling genuinely like life is great. Okay, that's an inner turn on. See what I'm saying? And guess what happens? While you're vibing with that inner turn on, opportunities are attracted to you. And then money is attracted to you too. So see, that's the correlation. And then of course, people, I mean, that's the instantaneous thing, which is amazing because this is energetic work, right? The field of work that I do is really about helping men become kings, helping women identify that they're queens and goddesses, men are gods. It's truly beautiful, and really just elevating people to see what they've forgotten, and just really tapping into that resource. Tantra moves a person into their highest state of elevation. And when you do that, you start attracting people like, you're like, oh my gosh, I was just kind of rolled out of bed. I wasn't wearing much makeup. I was in kind of like, my sweats, and I was pumping gas. And that guy over there came running over to me and said, hey, do you need any help? I mean, they just get wild. And then you start to understand a lot about how the world paradigm, how things have been going. It is absolutely no accident that marriage doesn't work anymore. Marriage doesn't work. Love works. Love does work. And right now, I'll tell you this. We don't know how to communicate with each other, and that's the problem. We've been given all these false little patches of ideas about how men and women operate, and then we get around each other and we go, but you don't act like this, and you don't do like that, and we have these expectations, and we're so far off the mark. And one of the beautiful things about understanding Tantra is the balance of contrast, right? Yin and yang, polar contrast. And you look at these dynamics, men have this beautiful way of singularity, right? They can get pinpoint focus. Not that they can't multitask, but their genuine nature is to get locked in and zoned in. Women are brilliant multitaskers, right? They're gatherers, nurturers. They have to be. They're always taking all of their surroundings in, and then gathering that information, and that makes them brilliant in multitasking. But if they come to the space with a man thinking that they're like them, there's a lot of misfire. So Tantra is not just about having sex. It's not just about gathering money. It's also about so many other things. It's about connecting. It's about understanding. It's about creating a connection and a wisdom and an experience with each other that actually works. It feels really good. Not that you won't have challenges, but you know what to do with them. I mean, for heaven's sakes, you go, ooh, that felt sticky, and you catch yourself. Instead of going into a reaction, you pause, you respond, you tell your partner, hang on, I need to breathe for a second, and they're receptive. And then you go, I feel like this. And they say, I feel like this. Not you make me feel. No, I just feel this way. I feel scared. And you get to it. You don't project, you get to it. In this work, it's not about looking outside yourself and finding all the problems. That's called unconsciousness. It's about looking in yourself going, ooh, how am I affected? Right? What's happening in my world here? Because this is everything, right? How I'm seeing the world is everything. If I can change my perception, I change my life. And to change my perception and my life, I have to change my vibration. And that's what Tantra is about.
Phaedra, sexual trauma in women is being reported more accurately now, with 75% of women saying they have experienced some type of sexual trauma during their lifetime. What are your thoughts on this, and how can Tantra help?
We've seen statistically that we were at a 1 in 3 for women who had experienced some form of sexual trauma in any form. And now we're at 2 in 3. So we've definitely gone in the wrong direction, moved the needle the wrong way. There is so much tension and pain and confusion in this world. There is disconnection. There is people don't know their purpose. They're running through life going, I have no idea what I'm supposed to. That seems strange to me. It didn't seem strange before, because I thought, oh, it's so hard to know what you love. It's so hard to know what you want to do in life. It's really not. You're just covered up and told, don't look at that. It's crazy. You could never do that. Don't dream that big. That's out of your league. You're taught to never go for it. You're taught that you don't have the power to even know how to manifest it. You're not even taught how to use your energies at all to build your life. You're taught how to look outside yourself, work really, really hard, and hope that you can pull those things to you that can fix the stuff on the inside. And it never works like that. So people always come to the space of a spiritual path, and Tantra is mine. Now, there are many spiritual paths. There are many ways to get to the ocean, right? There are many flowers. There are many ways. There are many stars in the sky. As long as you are finding love and light yourself, reuniting with yourself and all that is in harmony, then that's the path, okay? It's got to evolve out of abuse and violence. And if any of that is present in it, then it still needs evolution, okay? So Tantra is really that it's got to come from the inside, all those spaces that you're told you can't go there. There's so much pain in there. There's so much fear in there. What the hell are you going to do with all that emotion, all that intensity? And Tantra, we have tools. We have tools to use. There are tools for everything, but we have tools to use this stuff. It's like, to me, I don't know, Alan, I love the whole feeling of being a spiritual warrior. To me, when I get into life, it's like I'm all in, right? Like I'm in the gear, I'm suited up, I'm ready to fight those monsters because they feel like it when they're coming at me. And to me, a lot of life is like, it's like taking a hit, taking a blow and going, shit, that was hard. Right? And you go, wow, but I learned something. Next time when that monster comes around, I know to dodge or deflect, or I know how to get a different armor. The tools are your armor. They're your perspective. They're your dynamics. They're your awareness. You're in the arena, right? And you're like, it's on. See, Tantra is about being in life, really present in life. When you're in life, you're like, it's fire, it's water, it's ecstasy, it's everything, it's all of it, yeah. And when you're not, when you're spinning, when you're trying to find you, when you're stretching and buzzing around, and you don't know who your essence is, you're like air, like floating void. You know, you're lost. You're sucking everything to you. The black hole, I guess. You know, you try and pull. You chase the money. You chase the dream. You chase the life, and you don't realize it's never coming. That's why you keep chasing it. Things come through attraction. They come through vibration. They come through welcome. And if it's one thing that I've learned in my life, is that we are wired for miracles. And usually it's just the shadows and the clouds and the gunk that's in the way. And that's real work, by the way. That is not like flighty little, oh, just blow it away. No. That's real, intense, beautiful work. But it's the only reason we're here. The only reason. You're not here to buy a new car. You're here to experience what that's like for you. And then beyond what that's like for you, because you'll realize the car will come and go, right? And things, you'll want more. You are hardwired to be excellent, magnificent, amazing, you know. And that's the thing, is people go, oh, you know, you're this, and I look at them and I'm like, oh, well, honey, wait, you know, you are, and I just lavish them with the truths they seldom see in themselves. And it's in that instance, that's Tantra, like that. You're like, oh, yeah, it's beautiful. So Tantra is about turning you on to life, right? The star, turn it on, make it shine. And when you're vibing that way, and even if you're having a hard day, it's not about just walking around and being sunshine all the time. No, because you're going to have your challenges and you're going to grow. You're here to do that. You're here to change, shift, evolve, experience, all of that. It's not about what you gather. It's really about the experience. That's no lie. And it can be in a palace or it can be in a gutter. And it really doesn't matter which one you're in. Your perspective is all that matters. Because a person in the gutter thinks that life is absolutely perfect, his life is amazing. And if the man in the palace believes that his life sucks and nothing works right, his life's horrible. It's perspective, right? So this is all about healing the traumas. And there is a lot of information that I'm going to have on my website, and that is coming out. It's at phaedrajadestar.com. And on that website, I'm going to be sharing a lot of information about my own journey through my own sexual trauma, how that got me started on this pathway. And it really, it didn't start out like this way, guys. I mean, it's been, Alan, you have read the book that that is going to be coming out here pretty soon. And I have gotten some amazing feedback on that from you. So this was quite a leap to get where I am today. And I wanted to shorten that gap a lot for women, right? I know that you knew that, when you go through some major adversity and you're learning and you're chipping away at things and you're like, I don't ever want people to experience that a day in their life. And if you can make a change in that, you do it, right? So that book is, you get your hands on it, guys. I know you will. So yeah, that is my short, skinny answer to hopefully rectifying a really horrible situation.
And once again, everybody, Phaedra's website is phaedrajadestar.com.